I'm waiting for tomorrow. But when tomorrow is something that you wait for, when you wait for it, it happens today. But how can tomorrow happen today? It's because of what happened yesterday. So when Abbott and Costello do the routine in baseball, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third, and I don't give a damn is the S&S. Okay, the shortstop in between second and third. Shortstop. Okay, we never get the third, or do we get the third? Regardless, we're not trying to understand why tomorrow is pitching. How can tomorrow pitch to today? Because it's an expression of understanding of where yesterday threw the ball. We wait for it, it becomes tomorrow, which is now today. So they refer to giving the answer and the second answer for who receives, so we can understand the difference of how yesterday works. Yesterday throws into tomorrow, where today catches, and now we understand. We understand because when he threw it, okay, we didn't know if it was a fastball or a curveball or a slider or a knuckleball. We didn't know how fast he actually threw any of these balls, and if he threw it too slow, it would butterfly into a knuckleball. If he threw it too fast, they wouldn't call it a slow ball, and then it couldn't have the same curvature as any of the other balls. So we have tomorrow pitched to today. When the batter comes up, they hit the ball, and if it's in the infield and it's not caught, they usually throw it to today. But if it's popped up or caught or struck out in the infield, okay, they usually do around the horn, from first to second to third and back to home and back to the pitcher again. From first to second to third and back to P, the pitcher, the spirit of the half-life. They throw it straight right to the batter, but when they pass it around, they show you an arrow of the bases. 6, 6 is what that thing, 1, 2, 3. So P pitches it, one spirit of 6, 6 pitches to 1, okay, although he is the fourth one in the field. But if he is the fourth one in the field, pitching to the first one in the field, then he throws it to first, second, and third. So now you can no longer count first, second, and third as 1, 2, and 3. You have to count the pitcher as 1, throwing it to the catcher as 2, over to first as 3. So we begin at 3, second is 4, third is 5, and back to the catcher is 6, and back to the pitcher is 7. Let's start over again. So can't figure out where the sound is coming from. I don't know, but it looks like he got hit in the head with a ball. Well, that's pretty weird. Now that's pretty weird. So we're at 315, and 315 is big. It's 195. 195 becomes 835 if it was 1513 and it was in the afternoon. 15 and 13 are the letters M and O, and M and O in French say the word, the cycle of the moon. There is so much we don't have that we don't know, but every time you use the letter O, it's a circle with a dot in the center of the 4 corners. But if it was really 4 corners, you would have to go over and above and outside the circle unless you created that inside the circle. If you create that inside the circle, there's 4 parts of that circle which go around each corner. So if you put it on the outside of the circle, you corner in the corners. If you put it on the inside of the circle, you leave out 2, 8, 4, and 6. So there's a whole conglomeration of understanding before anything happens. So if you say, I understand life and know everything, I'm making money, I went to school, I'm a doctor, I'm a this, I'm a that. Well, if you're a this and a that, you can't be this. If you're that and a this, you can't be that. If you're this and here, and you can't be there. If you're up, you're not down. If you're in, you're not out. But of course, you're out from in, you're up from down, you're there from here. All an expression of Nirishkeit is what they tell me. But the vibration in here is where it all goes. The confusion starts in here. So if you don't say to me, let's listen to the story, let's discuss and understand the story, let's round ball the story, but let's not knock anybody down, but let the story of truth lead the way. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I put on my helmet for more than one reason, is you get hassled if you don't have it on, and you can get hurt if you don't have it on.